Hi everyone and welcome to the video. So the Penny Dreadful 500 of season 39 just happened, and while I didn't quite make top 8, I still wanted to cover and record the top 8, so that's what I did. I also streamed the whole thing in Discord, so at some points you might hear the voices of some other players. This video will be largely unedited, so there might be small segments where it's a bit more quiet and some things might not be super smoothly. But I have timestamps in the description if you just want to jump to like the finals or something. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. And do mind that I recorded this very late at night, so I might not be in the best position to commentate on like these control mirrors and stuff like that, but I hope you enjoy nevertheless, and see you in the next video, which will be soon. Okay, so is it tempo versus Sultai prayers, I think? So far nothing has been played but lands, but there has been a profane tutor suspended. Okay, it looks like Violet Avi is stacking up on energy counters, but I guess they just play the Greenbelt Rampager as a 3-4. Perhaps as a tempo play, kind of. Or like to put board presence into the game. Okay, the Vendilion click, yeah. I guess it doesn't reveal what card got put on the bottom. Okay, so now there's a Profane Tutor. Could be any card in the deck. Maybe they just grabbed the land, who knows? Okay, Stoic Sphinx. Very efficient threat, but not very good against a 3-1 Vendilion click. Okay, I guess Torture Tower gets rid of it efficiently. So it's kind of looking bleak for the Primal Prayer stack. They could be dead pretty soon. Okay. And since the Kitesail Larsen has got countered, the Primal player concedes. So we'll go into match 2 pretty soon. So interesting that the game ended so early, but I guess yeah, shows us that there's a difference between like an Izzet tempo deck and a control deck, and this is definitely a tempo deck. Alright, seems like sideboarding is over. Primal Prayers will be on the play. Only lands so far. Ooh, Shardless Agent cascading into Satoru. That is potentially strong, but of course it gets countered. But it would have drawn a card if it had resolved. Okay, Vendilion Click in response to Vendilion Click. Okay, so it does reveal what cards get put on the bottom. So Stoic Things got put on the bottom. And Dowerport Mage. Makes sense, it is part of the combo. Interestingly, Primal Prayers does not go for the trade here. Perhaps because either they want to attack with the Vanillion Click or they want to keep it up for like Stoic Things or something like that. Oh. So Primal Prayers is putting on some pressure here, but the tempo deck does have a lot of cards in their hand, and they do have a Vanillion Click on board, so everything is still open. Okay, interesting. Cryptic command to tap down the opponent's creatures. Beginning of combat. But yeah, it does seem like Primal Prayers is going for the beatdown. Okay, so the tempo deck seems to be stuck on non-land cards in their hand. Probably playing another cryptic command here is my guess. Again, tapping the creatures and drawing a card. Probably looking for a land. So can they win here is the question. Like, can the tempo deck prevent the prime player's deck from winning here? It's gonna be hard for sure, especially if they don't have a board wipe like the ill-timed explosion. I think 3 cryptic commands are in the grave, so tapping down the opponent's creature is gonna be hard too. Oh, but there's the 4th one, probably. Yeah. Countering the Profane Tutor and tapping on down all the creatures. Very efficient, but that doesn't permanently deal with the creatures. Oh, far and away. Wait, that... Okay, that seems... Okay, interesting. Price of progress, okay. Double the price of progress for a draw. Don't you love to see it? Especially since, yeah, had the Izzet deck had 1 less life, then they couldn't have forced the draw, but okay. I guess that means they still have a better chance to win the match. And they are up a game, so makes total sense. Okay, there goes Satoru. Strong card to have on board, especially in a Prime and Prayer stack with like Shardless Agents and stuff like that, but well, it's gone already. I guess that's to be expected against an Izzet Wizard. Profane Tutor hits a Suspend. Okay, cascading into Greenbelt Rampager. Probably not the best hit, since they already have one in hand, but I guess they can have one go down as a creature in play. But yeah, I mean 3/4 beatdown plan, not gonna impress, is it, player too much, but it's an option, I guess. But of course, the Malcolm that just entered play can always also take over the game if it's being ignored. I think the primary prayer deck doesn't have too much removal, and they have only Vendilion Click as a flyer and Keltzer Larcenist, which is also removal, so they have options, but they are kind of limited. But well, they can tutor for one right now if they need to. Oh, well, no more. So they won the invert polarity coin flip. Now the Izzet deck gets to tutor with Profane Tutor. Yeah, could be anything. So the Prime Prayers player not too enticed to see the invert polarity, especially the coin flip win. I mean, they have 3 cards in hand. The Izzet player has 5 cards. Gonna be tough, probably, to... Well, actually, this could be game, right? If they have a Dowerford Mage or a Satoru. But yeah, maybe they just don't have it. I mean, only 2 cards in hand, so... But I mean, for Izzet, it's gonna be hard to remove the Primal Prayers, so... The moment that they can get a Satoru or a Dowerford Mage, they can still win. Oh, well, I was absent for a second, but there goes the Dowerport Mage, but it gets countered. That might have been one of their last ways to win. I mean, as I said, it's still kind of open, but the Izzet deck probably has been stockpiling on counter spells. They probably do have the interaction to potentially prevent the win, but they're only on 10 life, so it's still possible for them to be beaten. Okay, so they try to return the shortest agent to their hand with a Aether Channeler, but in response, it got torched, which I suppose makes sense because like if the shortlist were to cascade into a Downport Mage or a Satoru, then it could be game over for the Izzet player, of course. Oh, double price of progress. Yep. And that's game. So price of progress wins the game once again. Not very exciting way to win a game with double price of progress, but it is what it is. I guess that's the price you pay for going 3 mana, 3 colors in this environment. But yeah, it was pretty interesting game. Kind of boring end, but yeah. Alright, so the other 3 matches are still ongoing. Oh, okay, now it's working. So it seems to be that it seems to be like Zorius versus Izzet, and Zorius is up 1 game. Maybe Control versus Tempo, maybe Control versus Control. Not too much happening as of now, so likely it is Control versus Control.
Hello.
So there's a bunch of nothing happening so far in the Control versus Control game, supposedly.
Well, technically it's like tempo versus tempo.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, but
Yeah, it's definitely not much connected. I love playing the Roaring Furnace with no targets just to get it under colors.
yeah, right. I've done that before, and yeah, it's
I really hate that line. Like,
But the Azorius player is up one game, so they gotta have some kind of win con.
I mean, I think Azorius has many more win cons than Izzet. Izzet pretty much only has two win cons. Well, there is a Stoic Sphinx, right? And then there is Invert Polarity, your win con. And I don't think Izzet has any other win conditions. Yeah,
Well,
like that.
right.
Let's see if it works. It didn't work.
But at least this Izzet list is playing Malcolm's, so that can be a win con. But
yeah, and I believe Kopetos is also playing Kalan.
oh yeah, so it is a tempo list then. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Even
right.
then.
I mean, Callan is
Blue
a
White has
way.
much better win cons, like Wintering Rescuer and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like kind of an unlucky top 8 for me. Because like I'm on a temple list that's not optimized against other temple lists.
Well, you've got Prize of Progress that can win again against a good
Or
number
lose
of decks
again.
in the top 8.
It also like can lose in the same matchup, right?
What do you mean?
The actually like have drawn the game against Villa TV in some absolutely ridiculous way.
Yeah, well, I watched that actually, so yeah.
It was like just a completely unwinnable position, and then okay, double price of progress, let's go.
Yeah,
Like
also
at some
like
point I figured out I had to hold non-basic lands and discard them instead of playing. So the
mhm.
first price of progress doesn't kill me.
Yeah, and you like after the first Prize of Progress you were on 1 life, right?
Yeah.
So you barely managed to pull out the draw. But I
Yeah,
mean,
also
yeah.
like I'm playing like on a really tight margins today. Like there was that game one against Heroic. I just barely won, but like one extra damage in a dead lost position. And I
Okay.
did it because I attacked with like Lore Master into their creatures a few times in early game.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea how the math worked out so well.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes 20 is not so much life after all.
Yeah.
You just gotta pull down the numbers one by one. Okay, but
Okay, so Zero is resolved
yeah,
with
Stoic
Stoic
things
Sphinx.
resolved.
That is probably pretty good in this matchup. Like, there is no way to answer that.
Yeah, I mean, in theory there could be like ill-timed explosion, but I don't know if Kubitus even plays that. So
Yeah, I don't think either. But this just enables a correction arena. Okay. I mean, Kubitus could also just like play their own Stoic Sphinx, in theory.
yeah, right.
Just trade. But like the weird thing, right, is that blue white can actually answer an opposing Stoic Sphinx, and blue red cannot.
Yeah, I mean, Azorius definitely has it easier. Like, of course, they have the Ras, but they can also like I don't know, Ruined Halo or something.
Yeah, there is Rune Halo. You can set up some split up bird states
Right? Yeah, they
where
do
like
play split
your
up.
Sphinx survives and the other one dies with like rescuer or cryptic command. Cryptic command to tap. Okay, that is a very aggressive tap. I'm not sure if it's necessary, but okay.
Hmm.
Wait, is the Azorius player also up on cards in hand? I can't see if it's a 7 or a 2.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
7, right?
Azorius is on 7. Izzet is on 4
Yeah,
cards
okay,
in hand.
that seems pretty lost, unfortunately.
Yeah, perhaps. But I mean, if the Izzet player has like another Roaring Furnace, they could try to kill the Sphinx, but yeah, I mean, Azorius probably has a counter spell or 7 in the hand.
Another cryptic command. Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, can I ask a gameplay tip, if you don't mind?
What did you say?
Can I ask for a gameplay tip, if you don't mind?
I don't.
So like, if I'm like in a temper mirror, I should never play the lore master, right?
Well, I don't really have the expertise to have an opinion on
Okay.
that, but
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, it makes sense because um, it's a symmetrical effect in at least in those matchups. So maybe not, but I mean, maybe you can like just play it in a good situation and then it works out for you. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to see, I guess, because there's way too many tempo decks in this top 8.
Yeah, for
For me
sure.
to meet them.
So it looks like the Sphinx will get countered, or at least they will try to counter it.
Yeah, it looks like a cryptic command mana
Yeah.
is being tapped. And there is no way to counter that. Okay. And also this mirror looks like really depressing because you have like you just cannot play your spells or your opponent will counter draw or something. Like you're just incentivized to never play anything.
Yeah, I mean, control mirrors are.
Well, yeah, yeah, like normal control mirrors are like one thing, but then like when you play something and it gets entered polarity or cryptic command, it's like even worse, I believe. So I
Yeah,
guess
I
it's the
mean
same.
that's true.
Invert polarity like especially toxic in this regard. Because it's just like can play a spell and lose immediately.
Yeah, well, I guess in this matchup, it's not as much of a like instant lose because like you can counter the invert polarity sometimes. You can like you don't have that many threats that they can try to invert, but obviously it's still always a coin flip, and coin flips are
Yeah,
well, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm not much of a control gamer, so my expertise on these kind of matches is limited. But yeah.
Wait, I didn't know. I legitimately didn't know Steaming Sauna removed the hand size limit.
Oh right, yeah, it does.
I didn't
When
know
I play
that.
that card, I always forget it too. But it does say you have no maximum hand size.
I feel like I've discredited to hand size a few times with it already. But I guess I didn't have that card in play. Is there a player? Oh, there is no player. No. That's so sad.
Oh, okay. 9 cards in hand. No way to answer the things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a 2-0, right? Yeah, should be. All right. There is okay. Both of the other matches are still ongoing, so yeah, no. So apparently a lot of counter spells probably.
God, for this player. Oh, this is another Azorius tempo.
Which
Okay.
one?
Josh versus Watch Wonder is another Azorius tempo. I think.
Well, let's see. Yeah, so it seems to be Azorius Tempo versus Jeskai Ascendancy.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeskai Ascendancy is on 3 live. So
Well,
very
not
much
a lot
in.
of life into 4 flyers. Knife trick.
Yeah, an
That is
interesting card to be playing. I guess it's multicolored, so they probably tutored it with Glittering Wish. Is what I suspect.
yeah, it does say that in the log at least.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it does seem pretty tough for the Watch Wanderer to win this game.
I mean, he's just gonna play a card draw spell and he's gonna win. That's how it works. You're right. I guess like even if you top deck just cast Ascendancy here, you don't win necessarily. And also, I think Trump Portal doesn't work, so that's also really bad.
Oh, right, yeah. Or
I should check if it works with that thing, Trump Portal.
no, it says mana abilities of this land cost an additional 1 life to activate, so
Yeah, so it's basically just not a land
yeah.
anymore, even though it has a Burning Growth in it.
So Sylvan Caryatid, not
Yeah, I have
not the
no
saving
idea
grasp
what
here.
Witchfinder needs here. I guess like if you get like a Glittering Wish, you can kill opposing board or something, but
Yeah, I mean Glittering Wish
seems
could be
rough.
anything, kind of, so
Yeah, I mean it's already went through 2 removal spells because there is the Fear Justice in the graveyard, which I assume is not a main deck. And then
yeah,
there is
most
this
likely
Knife
not.
Trick. So I
Yeah,
would
and
bet.
there's 2 Glittering Wishes in Excel, so
Yeah, I would bet they don't have like a lot more removal in their deck, right? Well, in the
yeah.
sideboard, I mean.
I mean theoretically they could like repeal to draw or like
Rare
I don't
possibility.
know.
Wait, the Disguise Ascendancy isn't playing.
But
Is it off
where?
screen?
Like I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either. I think a Magic Online is broken.
I mean that's not big news, but yeah,
Yeah,
well,
like because of the negate, it's definitely not helpful here. I guess you can top deck an Unending Whisper or the other thing that has Madness to continue, but it didn't happen. Well, this guy sentence it down.
okay.
Okay.
But why did Magic Online not show me that permanent? That's weird.
Yeah, that sounds strange.
Well, whatever.
Okay.
And
What's
there's
remaining?
well, one more
Let's
match
make
remaining
Heroic versus.
versus
Wait,
Swans.
wait. They're still playing? Last time I've checked,
Oh,
Celestine Heroic had like 4 cards in hand and had a basically lethal board while being up a game. Why are they still playing?
well, it just ended, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So you're in the semifinals, right?
Yeah. Well, let's see which flavor of Azorius control I'm gonna be against. I think it's guaranteed, unfortunately.
I mean, Is that bad of a matchup?
Well, I mean, I have Lore Masters. My opponent does not, so that is not ideal.
Yeah. Hmm.
Also, my counter magic's a lot worse. Not counter magic. My threats are a lot worse than Astario's.
Yeah,
Like,
perhaps.
is it? I think at least don't have that good of such good threats.
Um. So it seems like someone needs to report for the continuation
Uh,
of the tourney.
yeah. How did your tournament go, by the way?
Uh, not too well. Like I went 2-3. No, I went 3-3, but the last match was a bye. So and I'm
Okay.
18th place, so just out of prices contention.
Oh, that's sad.
But I mean, it was to be expected with the last round bye. And also, my deck just didn't work very well. I played the Gruul Treasures deck thingy, quite the
It's the
brew.
elevator combo. No,
What?
it's not elevator combo. Is
How
it
do
the
you even know
elevator
of that
combo
deck?
deck? In
But yeah, no,
I
it
mean, I'm
was.
looking at your deck. Well, the deck has a Liu 01, so it's kind of wild to me that you took a Liu 01 deck into the GP.
No. I the deck I played is, well, it's Cruel Treasures. I think it was based on
It's not the same
on
deck then.
the crime treasures thing that I top eighted the
Ah,
kickoff with.
oh, I see.
But the Cruel version
Like
is
the
kind of
Sword
just
Master
worse.
Gaming. I see. Um,
But I refuse to just play some tempo or control deck and
yeah,
try to
fair.
perform well with it.
I just like didn't know what to play because I haven't played the entire season, right?
And you still
Like
made top eight.
most of the decks.
That shows that
Yeah, I
you
mean
have
that's.
skill.
And this was kind of crazy because like my last like 10 tournaments, I just did a 0-2 drop every time.
Oh yeah.
I guess I had to gather all my luck and all the coin flips.
hmm Yeah. Well, I hope you take down the tournament.
Yeah, let's see.
But yeah.
I mean, I'm
So
probably not gonna take it down because like I'm guaranteed to play against Azarios, and that's not a good matchup. So, but I mean, maybe I'm lucky enough to beat
yeah, I
Azarios.
mean, it's definitely not an unwinnable matchup, right? So
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely winnable. Like if I just draw a lot of unfair polarities or something, I
yeah,
just like win every coin flip. Like, how do you beat that?
yeah. Tails never fails. They told me.
Wait, oh my god, did Swans get into top 4? That's crazy. Okay, I hope that Kitty win this tournament, honestly, because that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that would be kind of bonkers. Like I think literally no one else has played the deck this season, and they just win the tournament.
The 500, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty good players who like learn the deck pretty well,
Yeah, I
right?
mean they are the Swans player. Like they probably
Yeah,
know it in and out. But I think in
yeah,
this field, it's probably like, I mean they have cascade spells, which are always kind of okayish against counter spells. But
yeah. Sure.
I mean if they,
Especially when your cascade spell finds you like your win condition every time. That's really good.
yeah, that's true. But I don't know if the matchup is too great into counter spells. Like if they counter your, like one of the pieces and the other piece is kind of useless, at least some amount of the time.
Yeah, I mean, you only have to like counter like what? All seismic assaults or something, and the
I mean, the swans of whatever they're called, they can do beatdown in a pinch, but not. I mean, you can wrath it.
sure.
So yeah,
You can be down with a 4/3, but cannot die to anything because
yeah, right. Well, it can die to
I mean it's
wraths,
still
but
super bad.
not
But then like your
to.
opponent's gonna draw like 1,000,000,000 cards.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Well, let's see what's gonna happen here. It's 3 a.m., so I'm kind of not in my mind. But I think I have to go to not get assistance, you know.
Yeah, right. Good luck.
See you. See you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and I'll be streaming some of one of the two matches at least. None of them are up as of now. All right. So I suppose I am going to watch Wizardiness's match.
I kind of want to see Final Defiance lose.
You want to see Final Defiance?
They're not playing yet. I think they said they're going to make some food first.
Okay. Wait, so you lost, right? All right, I saw that,
lost
I think.
to Chasha.
And you played Jeskai Ascendancy, right?
Yeah.
All right. I
Right
mean,
after I beat Final Defiance in the matchup, too.
in the Swiss, or what do you mean?
Yeah, last round of the Swiss.
Oh, okay, yeah. That happens sometimes. So it is indeed, is it tempo versus Zori's tempo, I think? Like the match Vizarinas versus Joshua. Yeah. Lawmaster on the field. Oh, and interestingly, the Izzet player goes for a bargain towards the tower to get rid of the Lawmaster. Yeah, that's actually kind of... I don't know if I would have done that in that situation, but yeah. I'm not much of a tempo or control player, as I said, so... Because
I'm guessing they have too many sorcery plays they want to do.
Yeah, probably, because if they had a lot of instants, then like Lawmaster would have been pretty solid for them too, I imagine.
Yeah, normally in like a control mirror, it's kind of just symmetrical.
Yeah.
Like no one really cares.
Yeah, also notably Wizardinus seems to be stuck on lands. So maybe they just try to take the Scry 1 from the Torture Tower as well.
That's kind of strange though. You'd think if you don't have lands, you want both players to draw.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, and here comes the first invert polarity. Or not. Oh, do we have the spell pierce? Okay. So the coin flip was one. Pretty substantial. Maybe the Zit player can draw some more lands with the Malcolm.
Interestingly, this Azorius deck, the removal is all pretty awkward. They don't just have unconditional removal.
Yeah,
They
right.
have like Harm's Way as kind of the only thing that actually answers Malcolm.
I don't even know what that is.
It redirects 2 damage.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess
Also
that.
have Ringing Strike Mastery, maybe?
Yeah, they could have. Yeah, I guess you don't want to be paying 5 mana a turn just to attack with Malcolm, but yeah. Split up works.
Yeah, I guess they don't really care about tapping down here.
Okay, another Lore Master, but now from the other side. So not a lot's going on so far. I guess it's just 9 more turns until the Lawmaster finish the game. But yeah.
One of them should be able to get a Stoic Sphinx somewhat quickly.
Yeah, that is more likely for sure.
If it's from Wizardiness, it is kind of bad into the Colonnade, because it just trades.
Colonnade is a 4/4, yeah. Yeah, I guess Colonnade is kind of a solid answer against like Sphinxes. Wait, so we're playing the Spellquery just to block?
I guess the idea is it's going to get removed at some point regardless, so they're not actually going to counter a spell.
Mm-hmm. Although, I mean, you can use Spellquery on like a counter spell, right? And then,
Yeah, I mean, it could get removed right away.
oh right, that is true.
Oh, I guess that's why they did it.
Okay, so we're make disappearing the harm's way by sacrificing the Lawmaster.
That was such a good harm's way.
Wait, but couldn't they just like actually what didn't they just waste the counterspell, or am I missing something?
They were gonna lose the so the Harmser is gonna save Spellqueller and kill the Lore Master, so they killed the Spellqueller with the counterspell.
Oh yeah, right. I guess that makes sense.
But now they can just resolve anything, so I don't know about that.
Well, apparently we're just attacking with a colonnade. No need to resolve anything.
I guess their best thing to resolve would just be some creature, like Stoic Sphinx, which can just die to Sweltering Suns.
Yeah, that is true. Alright, and this time we're using the Spell Queller to at least try to counter the Sphinx, or like have it be suspended, but to no avail. So to me, as someone who doesn't really have much of a clue about like control versus control mirrors, it does look pretty even so far. Stoic Sphinx, of course, always quite the good threat, but in a pinch, the colonnade can block the Sphinx somewhat well, and I guess they can try to wrath it or something.
It is kind of strange seeing how neither player cares at all about tapping out on their turn. Because if I think if Wizardiness was to have a Steaming Sauna, they would just win.
Mm, you mean just because they get so much card advantage, or because of what?
Because yeah, they just draw twice as many cards.
I mean,
And I don't
sure.
think the Azorius deck.
Oh, it's nothing. Okay, kicked burst lightning. Interesting. Okay. So Wizardiness did counter the Spellcrawler, but now they are tapped out. But they didn't play anything on their turn, at least. So probably just hoping to block with the Celestial Colonnade again. Okay, no attack with the Stoic Sphinx. What is that? Mindspring Merfolk. That's a very interesting thing to be playing. I mean, I guess it can be a big draw spell in a way, but not very consistently.
I think the idea is it lets you play at instant speed and just use it if your opponent does nothing. And it's also a threat.
I mean, it's a 1/1 at base power.
Well, once you exhaust, it's a threat.
Then it's a 2/2, but yeah, I mean, I guess what I see
Basically-
what you mean.
Oh, I thought it was a counter for each X counters.
No, it's like you draw X cards, but it's only one counter that you put on each Merfolk.
Yeah, that doesn't seem great. It is a 1-of, I think.
Ah, okay. So the Stoic Sphinx was returned to hand with a cryptic command, if I saw that correctly.
I mean, the game might just be over because of this Merfolk.
I mean, yeah, it can draw a lot of cards. But also, both players can potentially draw 2 extra cards each turn.
If they had a split up, they could have drawn 4 and then done it. But now, Loremaster might just erode the advantage.
Yeah. So that is a draw 7. So I mean, the card advantage game is pretty clear at this point. Yosha has 12 cards in hand, Wizardinus has 2. But yeah, I guess in a control versus control match that is pretty deciding.
I mean, it's about to go to 7 versus 5.
I mean, yeah, true, but the 5 cards are just any cards, and the 7 cards from Joshua are like tailored into whatever they need, or like at least the 4 most useless cards were discarded, I suppose. But yeah, it's definitely not decided yet, I'd say. Also, we are still in game 1, so if I remember correctly. Or are we? This game has been going on for too long. Yeah, it's still game 1. I guess that's the tale of the never-ending control versus control mirror. Although both players are playing Academy Lawmasters and Sphinxes, so... Or at least I think so.
Yeah. Joshua could deck out here.
You think so? Like... I mean, they can just decide not to draw too many cards with Lawmasters, right? Although
Yeah,
that...
but they do need to actually break this board stall at some point. Which I guess is probably going to be a split up. So they're probably just going to not play creatures until they can split up for enough. I lied.
Yeah, I don't see the purpose of this Sphinx here. I mean, it's not good against the click or the Stoic Things. Oh, okay, I guess we're doing tempo now. Oh, or is...
They
No.
can't really swing out here though, or they die.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been pretty good setup for a split up, but 2 of those are already in the grave. I don't know how
They
many
drew
they
both.
play.
They already drew 2 cards from the Lore Master.
Oh, right.
I think.
Okay,
Yeah, I think
so...
we're dead.
Oh, yeah, that does look pretty dangerous. There could be another cryptic command in hand to tap the creatures again, like beginning of combat or something, but aside from that, I see 2 cryptics in the grave from the Azorius player. Yeah. So at least they're trying to go for the cryptic.
Wizarinius did draw 1 card off of the Lore Master. Probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, they still have mana for another Archmage's Charm or another of the 2 mana counter spell. or Spell Pierce. But yeah, it would only matter if... oh yeah, okay, it already resolves, so that should be game. So I guess...
They just have removal.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Then game 1 is decided. Also in the meantime, Final Defiance won against Tapped Kitty, so no Swans in the finals, unfortunately.
We're really gonna let Final Defiance win again?
I mean, they did say that they were like up a lot of games with like Azorius control in the last few leagues, so they have proven their point, I suppose. Okay, so with Venus is apparently rebooting their MTGO, so could be a few minutes until we see the next game. Okay, so we are in game 2 now of the Izzet versus Azorius game. We had the Mindstream Malfork already removed with the Torch the Tower. So we're probably not going to see that draw 7 cards again. Okay, so the Malcolm is here to attack into the Lawmaster, but yeah. Okay, I guess we're not attacking with the Malcolm. Not sure why. Okay, so we're going for a cryptic command to bounce the man land, or like the creature land. That probably won't resolve, would be my guess. Oh yeah, with the spell pierce even, that's kind of brutal, but we'll see. So now we are attacking with the Malcolm, probably because the colonnade is not online. So Wizardinus tries again to bounce one of the colonnades. Okay, so that did end up working. Although I don't see that doing too much work besides perhaps letting the Malcolm get in one more hit. Okay, so the Zorius player is trying to put the Spell Queller on the field as a blocker, but Invert Polarity is there to potentially gain control of it, but gets negated. So Malcolm is down, most likely, unless the Izzet player has another Fury Temper or whatever it's called. But no, Malcolm goes down. Wizardinus going down to 6 life. So maybe this game will be decided by the Lawmaster and Spellqueller beatdown. Although a single Sweltering Suns would take care of both of the creatures. Not sure if they even... Yeah, they probably let it in because of the Stoic Sphinx, but yeah. So that could be game over for Vizarinas, potentially leading us to game 3. Okay, so game 3 of Izzet versus Azorius, both control-ish, tempo-ish decks, kind of. And after that, we're going to see another control mirror, most likely, in the finals. But well, it is what it is. Control has been pretty strong this season. Until M-Dog started showing up with the Solemnity aggro deck, but I guess it's still going strong if the top 4 is 75% control. Okay, Zorius player chooses to discard a Wandering Rescuer. I think that card has also been legal for the first time this season, but I personally haven't seen it a single time before now. That looks suspiciously like. Oh yeah, I thought it would have been an invert polarity, but apparently not. Oh yeah, I guess they couldn't because of the Lawmaster effect. Yeah, we do not want the split up to resolve here. Oh, but the spell pierce gets spell pierced.
What is the point of... Did they know about a card in Wizardinus' hand?
What do you mean?
They spell pierced the spell pierce when Wizardinus could pay for it on Final Defiance's turn. So they're just preventing Wizardinus from playing a flash threat, but they couldn't afford Stoic Sphinx.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I assume that both players have been playing for quite a long time already, so maybe it was just like the idea was Spell Pierce is a counter, so we use it to counter things. But I don't know. Yeah, Yosha only on 10 life with 2 creatures on board. Oh, another Wandering Rescuer. That thing does have double strike, but I doubt it will hit the battlefield.
I think that would have ended the game if Wizardiness won the flip.
Yeah, I mean that would have been drastic. Yeah, I mean the hexproof is not too relevant for the Azorius player, but it is a big threat. Okay, so we're trying split up again. Okay, so now Wizardiness has the Steaming Sauna, but no mana open. Okay, so we're seeing a Cryptic command to counter the Cryptic command, which again gets countered by an Archmage's Charm. So the Steaming Sauna is back to hand. Notably, both players are slowly entering the bottom 5 minutes of the time limit. Alright, and with the Roaring Furnace and the Fury Impulse of the Spell Queller, the board is clear again.
Forgot about the Academy Lore Master. Does Wizardinus play Burst Lightning?
I'm not sure. My guess would be no, because they played Torch to Taurus and Fury Impulses. No, but they, yeah, I think he played a Burst Lightning the game before, so there should be some number of them in the deck. Okay, Stoic Sphinx could close out the game pretty soon. I guess Joshua has a Celestial Colonnade. So Wizardinus is trying to get in for lethal here. Would be a great moment for a Burst Lightning for sure. Oh yeah, and I think that's game, right? So Wizardinus enters the finals. Wins the control/tempo mirror. So the finals should be Wizardinus on, like, is it control/tempo? I don't know. Versus Final Defiance on, I think also is it, but I'm not sure. It's been way too long of a day.
Azorius. Same deck as Joshua.
Ah, okay. So we are going to see the exact same constellation again.
Phew, that was something.
Yeah, well played.
A little bit messy gameplay with the Lore Masters. The Lore Masters mirror. Okay.
Alright, good luck in the finals.
Final, you're also gonna be great.
Alright. So it is the finals of the Penny Dreadful 500 Season 39. It is Wizardiness on Izzet, control-ish, versus Final Fans on supposedly Azorius control-ish. Of course, you can argue about the specific like tempo versus control versus whatever, but they definitely both play counter spells and a few threats. And I think they both play board wipes, but I'm not so sure if Wizardiness plays those. Yeah. The last match of the season, I think 150 ticks on the line in forms of card or credit. And we're seeing a Pippin, which isn't great against the Lawmaster, but does have Ward 1 and can potentially give another creature protection. So Wizardiness chooses to attack with the Lawmaster instead of leaving it for a block. Malcolm potentially very strong here, especially given that Pippin can protect it. So Wizardiness, who is probably stuck on lands, tries to remove the Pippin, is successful, but Malcolm still on the board. And now both players have a Lawmaster, so potentially a lot of cards getting drawn here. Oh, so Wizardiness is trying to flash in a Malcolm, potentially to block the other Malcolm. But the Malcolm gets countered. Meanwhile, Final Defiance's Malcolm is already on 2 counters. It needs 4 to be able to cast stuff for free. Oh, but there it goes. So notably, Final Defense also only on 3 cards in hand, but can of course draw an extra card each turn with the Lore Master right now. So we're seeing a Wandering Rescuer. Notably not so easy to remove outside of the Roaring Furnace. Oh, and of course, Cryptic Command can always return it to hand. So the Wandering Rescuer attacking for 6 damage. So it is quite a potent threat if not removed. Yeah, and we're trying the Cryptic Command game again. So another counterspell war going on over the initial Cryptic Command that was trying to bounce the Wandering Rescuer. But since the Make Disappear has been copied with a casualty, it seems unlikely that Final Defiance is going to be able to counter it again. Oh, okay. They just removed the original cryptic command with the spell queller. Wizardiness notably only on 4 life right now. So could be over soon if they don't have a fitting answer. The Lawmaster could theoretically buy 1 turn, although Final Defense does have a Celestial Colonnade for an extra attacker. So Wizardiness down to 2 life.
Interesting. What are they playing around here, I wonder? By not activating Colonnade.
Yeah, I was wondering too, but yeah. Wizardiness didn't seem to have anything in their hand that could have won them the game, so yeah. Final Defiance up 1 game.
In a match earlier when Final Defiance was playing against Eggsy on Jeskai Ascendancy, they, instead of attacking with Colonnade for lethal, they held up a Cryptic Command as a counterspell instead. And because Eggsy had double Spell Pierce, they were able to actually go off. But Final Defiance still won because Eggsy whiffed.
Okay.
So it's interesting that they, again, didn't activate Colonnade after getting almost punished the other time.
Yeah, I mean, we can only speculate why that might be, but
I'm guessing it's because they thought there is no way they lose regardless. Like, if they don't attack, Wizardinius can't deal with their board next turn.
yeah, which did turn out to be true. But yeah, I also don't see what 2 mana thing Wizardiness could have had. I guess if they removed the spell queller, they could have tapped the things, but I don't know. By the way, while we're waiting for things to happen, since you're here, watch, why didn't you bring control or tempo yourself? You brought Jeskai Ascendancy, right?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't really played much this season at all. But I think the last time I actually played Control was the kickoff. And I think the meta has gotten worse for it. I don't know. I kind of just didn't really want to play it.
Okay, I mean, that is a legitimate reason to not play Control. It can be quite exhausting, I suppose. I mean, I myself haven't really ever played Control at a bigger tournament, but yeah.
Actually, Jeskai Ascendancy is probably the most.
I mean,
It was
yeah,
probably the most
that's worse.
exhausting tournament. Like, almost all of my matches were really close and very tense at the end.
Yeah, also, if your opponent doesn't concede, then you gotta click on the mouse quite often. Although I gotta admit, having Jeskai Ascendancy would have been more interesting in the finals than another control match. But I mean, players are free to play what they want, and I mean, the best deck is supposed to win. So yeah. Although of course, having Swans in the finals would have been pretty cool as well. Also, it is way too late for me to be yapping about these kind of Magic games, but here we are.
Is it 2 hours after midnight for you?
Yeah, you can see that on the stream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is indeed. But I think it's like 4 a.m. for Wizardina, so it could be worse. Okay. So interestingly, in this game, Wizardina is pretty low on cards. They do have the Lawmaster in play, but so far everything is still open, I suppose. Also, as I am seeing right now, Wizardina has actually played exactly 0 games with Izzet Control before this tournament, this season at least, or like with the tempo. So quite the feat to still make the finals.
Yeah, they don't really play meta decks normally. They just play like mid-range brews.
Yeah, usually 3 colors. So I guess they decided to just take the deck for a spin, and they went to the finals. So yeah, may that tell you whatever.
They finally decided they wanted to win.
Yeah, they switched over to the dark side of the I don't know, meta control players.
It's an invert polarity. This could decide the match.
Yeah. Oh,
Wait, is it? What game is it?
uh, it's game 2, and Finally Finds is up 1 game. But yeah, the Wandering Rescuer taking control over with the invert polarity. And now bounced with the Cryptic Command to finally defines his own hand. Okay, now second attempt to cast the Wandering Rescuer. This time no invert polarity, but instead a cryptic command. Gets negated, so the Wandering Rescuer now hitting on the side of the owner. Okay, and wait. With Renus concedes?
Yeah, then they had 2 cards in hand, and they lost
Oh,
their source
right.
of card advantage.
That does
They
make
needed like a
sense.
Roaring Furnace.
But I mean, okay, I mean, there were probably outs in the deck that would have been able to turn it around, right? Like Roaring Furnace could have. Well, no, that couldn't actually have killed the thing. So yeah, maybe
It would
makes
kill the
sense.
Milcom. But yeah, the 3/4 double strike was really threatening.
Yeah. Well, that was the finals. So final defines the winner of the PD500 season 39. Actually, I think final defines they also won like one of the last few 500s, right?
Yeah, season 37.
Oh, okay. So yeah, pretty interesting tournament, I'd say. I guess the top 4 wasn't that interesting since I was just watching the control matches or like the tempo matches or whatever. But still. But yeah, since it is 2:30, I'm going to go to bed now. So yeah, have a nice day if you're still in the Discord chat or whatever. And yeah,
Good night.
good night.